Hey guys, so I just want to show you my poison ivy here. I get poison ivy at the drop of a hat. It's really easy for me to get poison ivy. I actually didn't come in contact with it to get this. I pretty sure I got it from my dog, from petting my dog, who must have run through some poison ivy. So, I just want to share my number one tip. I really don't like to go out and buy stuff, even if it's supposedly natural. I know there's a lot of homeopathic stuff, and I do recommend that stuff over anything else. I've never taken steroids for it or whatever, even when it's gotten really bad. What I do, and usually it heals relatively fast. It always looks really bad, but I really don't have a lot of issues with itching throughout the day. Once or twice, maybe three or so times a day, it will start getting kind of itchy. And at that point, I come in and do some hydrotherapy on it, and I just really get really hot water on it. I've done this for years. You got to be careful in the first stages, though. If you do the hot water method, then it could seep out and kind of make it worse. So if you do that and you notice it seeps, make sure, in the beginning, make sure and wash it off immediately afterwards. But it just feels really good for me to do this. It takes away all the itching. I don't know if that's just me. I've seen it before that other people do this, but it's not really widespread, and I'm not sure if it works for everybody. But I just want to let you know my little thing. It doesn't itch, and again, I think it helps it dry it out a little bit faster and go away faster and heal faster. And again, it keeps my itching down for hours, and I don't have to get itchy again for a long time.
Okay, so I went ahead and looked this up to see if this was just something that happened to me or if other people were experiencing this too. And so they're saying, people say that, the People's Pharmacy says you're stimulating the nerves, overloading them with hot water. So instead of, feeling the itch, you're actually just feeling the hot water, but it actually lasts. And instead of scratching where you're actually tearing your skin through the friction, the hot water doesn't do that. So, and it is very pleasurable. It's a very pleasurable sensation to do this. It's almost worth getting poison ivy just to feel the sensation. Not really, but little joke there. And apparently this works for mosquito bites or bug bites as well. And like I said, it may not be a good idea to use really hot water the first couple days because that is when the urosol is still inside of the area. And if you happen to do this, you just want to keep on washing the area afterwards with cooler water because the hot water is going to open your pores, and if there's still any urosol left, it's going to go inside your pores again, which you don't want. But after the first few days, you're actually not going to have any of the urosol in your skin. It's not going to be contagious at all, as most of you who have had poison ivy know. And you can pretty much scratch or do hot water as much as you want, and you're not going to spread the poison ivy. So a lot of people don't know that, but it's very true. But the thing that is true that a lot of people don't know about is that, as it says right there under the highlighted part, you can get reinfected with poison ivy time and time again through shoes, tools, pets, or bed sheets, anything like that. And I did not know this, but it can actually stay on objects for years. I actually thought it could only be a couple of days. So this is something new to me that will probably be helping me. I've gotten poison ivy numerous times and wondered how the hell I was getting it again. I thought I was getting it from the air or something else. And so be careful that you're washing all your sheets, you're washing your dog, you're washing your shoes and tools and everything else so that you won't get it again. But after the first couple days, you'll be able to do this hot water if you want to, and it could save you a lot of money. Again, I wouldn't use it during the first couple days, or if you have a lot of blisters, like it's saying right here, you may actually damage the skin more. So this would probably be only useful for kind of milder poison ivy where you're not having a bunch of big blisters and stuff like that. And, if you're scratching, you're not likely to spread unless it's in the first couple of days, but it's just going to cause tearing of the skin. And if you have the hot water, it actually does work. So I did not know this, but apparently the same exact hydrotherapy works for bug bites as well. You can see this dermatology diagnosis and treatment written in 1961 by Dr. Marion Sulzberger. Pretty much recommends the same thing. Very short application. You don't need to burn yourself for a really long time, just until listen to your body. Like your body will tell you what feels good, and it won't feel as good as soon as you don't need to do it anymore, if that makes sense. Once it stops feeling amazing, you don't need to do it anymore. And it short circuits the itch reflex. Sorry about that there. The skin gets so overloaded by the heat stimuli that your urge to scratch is abolished for up to 3 hours. And it is amazing how fast the relief occurs, how great it feels. And again, they're saying don't do it when you have a lot of open sores or blisters, and don't burn yourself. Only a second or two, or a few more is necessary. And listen to your body. If it's too hot for you, then turn it down a little bit. But it should feel really good when you're doing this. That's how you know your relief is working.